Hey guys, so today I'm gonna just jump right into it and do a get ready with me video. I was going to demo just the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and then I started like doing my eye, that's why I have like one eyebrow done. I started doing my eye makeup to kind of like get ready to do the video, and then I thought I'm just gonna do a whole get ready with me video. So okay. So done one eyebrow with the Hourglass, the Arch pencil in Warm Blonde. I haven't done one of these videos in a while, and I've got a lot of good stuff lately that I really love that I've been using sort of for like a look that's just kind of perfect for every day, but still really put together and kind of, you know, good. I've been using this. I have not really felt the need to repurchase the Anastasia Brow Wiz because I just, you know, I'm trying to use what I have, and this is pretty good. It's pretty warm in tone. I use the Warm Blonde, so that makes sense, but it's a good little guy. So I do that, and then I just spoolie the heck out of them so that they're like really soft, because I hate to see the little line. My hair's just kind of pulled up, and I haven't missed any big gaps or anything. This is, which one is that? It's this one. This one's pretty thin right there sometimes. So I'll go ahead and do the foundation like I normally would. The only reason I was doing my eyes first is, like I said, because I was gonna do the whole thing. So, okay, the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation. I kind of mentioned it in a video not that long ago. Yeah, it's a good foundation. It's pretty thick. Like, it has this little pump. It has SPF 15, which is nice. I prefer a beauty blender. That's why I've kind of held off a little bit. I've had it for about 3 weeks now, and I've been using it with a bunch of different ways. And I really do prefer a beauty blender, although you can't go wrong really any way that you apply it. But I love the consistency. It's very like, not super thick, but it's not like runny, you know, like some are. So I just dip my dampened beauty blender into it, and I kind of start, it's just, I don't know, it's not like anything super special. I just kind of start in the center and work my way out. And I wear shade number 2 in Fair, and it's just beautiful. It's not like super heavy or cakey looking, and even when I apply it with a brush, it still has a beautiful effect. But I just really love the beauty blender for giving like a non like cakey finish. If you're using a foundation that's more like natural, or you want yours to look more natural, even if you're using like a really heavy one, like I've showed you guys with the Makeup Forever, the matte velvet, it can look really heavy. But if you use a damp beauty blender, you can make it look beautiful. You know, keeping it damp, I mean, it keeps it from absorbing more like a dry sponge would, but you do use a little more, but I don't care because you get a better result. I don't know if you're necessarily using more, it's just kind of like dispersing it differently. I don't know if you can tell, but the coverage is really good. I have some like dark areas right here from like scarring from where I've broken out in the past, and it's covers it really well. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I think that it stays on really well. The finish is beautiful, and that's the whole idea. Let me like tell you about it as a blend, which is not gonna probably work that well. Do I have the box? Yeah. Okay, so the idea is like, it's like a poreless, flawless complexion, a full coverage demi matte. So it's supposed to be kind of like a natural matte, like long lasting foundation, hyaluronic acid, lactyl, Lauracil, and the concentrated power of vitamin C, moisturized, dewy, pores are minimized. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist. And then I get some like under my eyes because it's not super like drying foundation. It's very nice, so I actually really like applying it around the eye area. It works really well for that. And it's just a good like all-in-one thing. I would say like if, okay, this is my thing. If you want a really good foundation like that you can put everywhere, that isn't gonna feel really dry, but that isn't gonna look super shimmery or super matte, stays on really well, you don't need to set it with a heavy powder, I would try this. It's just a very solid, good foundation that I can't say anything bad about, you know? It's just, there's really nothing, bad about it. It's very buildable, so you can see I'm kind of like going back in and covering areas that I want. Like if you have any like little spots right there, you can kind of go back and make it as, you know, build up the coverage as heavy as you want, but it doesn't look heavy. It looks like skin, and I just really like that. So I would say it's one of the most buildable foundations I've ever used, in that you can like go back and build the coverage and it doesn't look like, I put a little on my lips. It doesn't look like cakey, you know what I mean? So this match is pretty good for me. I don't feel like I have to like, you know, do anything crazy with it, but I do like to kind of get it right there. I don't like to blend like fresh foundation on my neck, but I do like to just take whatever's left and just, you know, perfect. There's really nothing I can say bad about it. I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely repurchase this. And the little bottle is really nice. It's just a little glass bottle with like just kind of a thin cap and a little plasticky pump that works well. It doesn't feel, like I said, it doesn't feel like it goes with the bottle, because the bottle feels really nice and this feels kind of thin and plasticky, but it doesn't affect the way it works. It works fine, and probably makes it not super heavy, you know. It's a nice little, beautiful little bottle. I really like it. Not that that matters, but if you're gonna be like, you know, if you want me to like fully review it, I'm gonna be honest about all that kind of stuff too. I love it. I think it looks, this is not the right top to wear, by the way, if you're doing a video where your like arms are up, because it's like riding out big time. Okay, for my eye area, I have been actually using, I kind of went back to this NARS, and I actually purchased the lighter color, the light 1 in Chantilly, and then I have light 2 in vanilla, which is what I always use. The Chantilly, even though it's lighter, is a little dull looking. So the light 2 actually is best. I think I'm gonna see if I can return this, because I hate to keep, you know, I hate to keep it. I even mixed a little bit of them one day, but I find that if I ever mix that Chantilly in with it, the lightest shade, it kind of like dulls it out. It's good, but I'm just gonna be totally real with you. Both are nice, but I just always go back to this MAC Prep and Prime, the Radiant Rose. And since I've already put some foundation here, this isn't gonna like give me a ton of coverage, because I'm just sweeping it on pretty thin, but I can thin that one out a little more. But it's just pretty perfect. So then I take the other end of the Beauty Blender and I kind of blend that out. If I wasn't using a Beauty Blender for foundation, I'd probably just use the Beauty Blender to do this too, and I just like pick it up dry. But for foundation, it's a must to use the Beauty Blender wet. Someone was like, why do you use the Beauty Blender dry for contouring or for blush or for your under eye concealer when you say you always use it wet? And I'm like, I just explained that. Like I explained that in the video. I always use it wet for foundation. That's what it's for. But if I'm using it for something like this, you know, whatever, just grab anything you have that will blend it in like that. But I prefer a Beauty Blender, even if it's dry. A little like, a little thing under my eye that hurts. So that's that, and it's just pretty. It's just it's a really beautiful foundation. Okay, so next, I like when I wear this, I think it's so pretty that I do not want to mess it up with any powders or anything. So I'm going to use my Chanel Bronze Universal, which is a cream, and I just kind of, not in a harsh way like you would, not like in a really concentrated area like contouring, but I apply it there first so it's the darkest, and then I blend it out kind of in a larger area. And you see how it just kind of warms up everything. It's so beautiful. I need to get another one desperately. I feel like this one is like to the very end and it's almost a little dried out, but it still works fine. So I would really recommend this. It's really beautiful product. And then I'm just kind of lightly washing it over my forehead, a little on my nose. I'm not going to do any like heavy contouring or anything today. And you can kind of, you know, even things out. So this stuff lasts forever. I've had mine for a long time and it's been great. Okay, and then if you wanted to do any more contouring, you can. I would take my little Makeup Forever. I kind of liked this, doing just a little bit to my nose, and this is the Beauty Blender blusher. I don't do a lot. I just kind of, you know, I don't like to draw like thick lines or anything, but I think it's pretty. And then I'll take the shimmery end, or the shimmery one, and just kind of do a little like that. It's a super simple little thing to do. And then since I already have it out, I mean, if you wanted to do a little darker right there, you can. I do have a video using this, like really in depth and stuff, so just make sure everything is kind of smooth. All right, so I'm gonna, I'll do my blush last. I'll go ahead and do my eyes. I'll do my highlight and stuff last too. So this I talked about in a recent video and said it was like the ultimate no eyeshadow, and it's the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Wash Eyeshadow in Beige. And a lot of you guys checked it out. It's really, really cool. I would really recommend this 100%. It is the neatest eyeshadow. I thought when I bought it, it was gonna be like really shimmery, and it's really not. It's more like, if you're familiar, like, it's more like a satiny. So I use it with any sort of larger eyeshadow brush that has a bit of a fluff to it, and this is just the Chanel number 25 one. You don't even have to use any eye base or anything, and I just put it all over my lid. And I did put a little bit of foundation on my lid too when we started. So I don't know if you can see what I mean when I say it's like the ultimate no eyeshadow, but so I used it on my lid, and then I put it in my crease a little, and you see how it just kind of gave me just a little something. It's just a little bit of a, you know, like a little bit of a depth. I don't know why, but lately I just have not cared for layering different eyeshadows and having like a different crease color and having, you know, a darker color in the outer area. I've just not wanted to look so like done, you know what I mean? Like my makeup just to look kind of simple. So that's what that looks like. Really pretty. Would really, really recommend that. It's so nice. Now I want to look at the other shades because I love that formula so much. And then I've been using the Kat Von D ink liners, and this is in the shade Hemingway. This is the brown one. And I'm just going to use that one today for a little something different because I've been using the black so much. And I kind of, you know, I'm not trying to do this like a no makeup look or to look super natural or anything. I just don't, I don't know, it just looks put together. It just looks put together but not fussy. So yeah, for my eyeliner, I'm just kind of like, I round it just a little bit more than I used to. I used to do it kind of like really flat, and then, but I kind of like the look of that. So yeah, kind of a bit of a wing, and I'm gonna use this because I feel like it's not getting old, but I just don't want it to sit around because I've got some newer things and I'd rather use this. This is my Chanel Volume. And I'm not gonna wear false lashes today, but you totally could with this, and a lot of days, you know, if I wanted to look a little more done or a little extra special, I'd do that. But I don't really care. This is the trick right here. When you're like trying to get false looking lashes, you just like really wedge it into that corner and like look down and just wiggle the crap out of it. And it almost like it, you see how that like gave it a weird little lift, which is kind of a bit much. Like you can kind of separate it, but it's kind of like an old mascara trick. It's nothing like new or groundbreaking, but I always forget to, I mean, I don't always do that. It makes such a big difference. I do like a little on my lower lashes, just on this outer part. If I put it like all the way to the center, I look like nuts. But because mine are pretty long, so it looks like kind of very spidery, you know. The mascara is just really hard to beat. For my lips, I'm going to use my Kat Von D Lovesick. And what I do with this is I wipe it off to where it almost looks like there's nothing on it. These apply so much better, and they last so much longer, and they feel like your lips throughout the day. They don't get that like cakey feel or that sticky feel if you just make it really thin. So I do it in the middle first. I don't get it near the lip line, and then I go back and get the lip line. I'm gonna use my Burberry Poppy number 9 Lip and Cheek Bloom. My favorite. Love this so much. And what am I gonna use with this? It's my little blush beauty blender, but I don't want to. I'll use just the end of my beauty blender that I use for my foundation. I do like using it wet with blush, but for contour, I just definitely like it dry. And then for like my under eye concealer, you don't need to have it wet to do that, whatever. Okay, so just kind of bounce it. Just kind of bounce it on. I just want it to look pretty natural. And you can kind of take the clean side, or the side that doesn't have blush on it, and blend it out so you can get it kind of as intense as you want it, but I do want it a little, I do want it to show up. Alright, so that is it for that. And then I'm going to use my Becca highlighter in Pearl. This is the liquid one. But I just kind of use my fingertips with that. And I can go back with my same beauty blender. These are just the best. I'm like, these are just, they work the best like, for everything. And you can kind of use that to kind of blend it and make sure that you don't get like too much of it blended away. But you see, it's just such a pretty effect. I also have that like in the little compact, like the cream. They're both pretty similar. I really like both of them. I thought I was gonna really prefer one over the other. I like both. So that's it. Let me, I was gonna kind of show you what I was wearing, but like I said, I don't know which video I'm gonna post first. I'm still gonna do my hair and stuff, but this is gonna be a part of that fashion haul. I've got it in another color too, so if I've already posted that, then you would have seen it. But this is a little top from Target, and I will link to it below. I'm not wearing a necklace or anything. I just kind of wanted to keep it simple. I've got my same David Yurman pearl earrings, and then I didn't want to wear, I almost wore this bracelet, which has the little tassel on it. I love this. I wear this all the time, but I thought it might be a little too like tassel-y crazy. So I put this on. This is my L&M cuff because it kind of makes it look a little tougher so that you kind of balance out the top, which is very like flowy. Really cute, and it also comes in black, so I will link those below, and you may even be able to find them like in your Target store. My hair is literally nothing. Did I even brush it this morning? I don't know. Gross. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Just a very easy look. Is nice not using powders. I like that in the spring and summer. It just gives a nicer effect, I think, and it's just easy. The look is very put together and done, but it just looks kind of like dewy and pretty. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video. Definitely check out this foundation. I do think it's a very solid one. There's nothing I can say bad about it. Like, it's just all good things. I really, really love it. And it actually does everything that it says. Your pores, really invisible. And I think it's due to the finish. And also, it has good coverage, but it's buildable. But it's not the type of coverage that when you build it, you can see the pigment and it looks cakey. It's just really, really pretty. So I would definitely recommend that. And I will link to everything below as always so you guys can find it easily. And thank you as always so much for spending some time with me today, guys. I really hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. And I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.